What have I been doing? Well, I have not been reading. Okay, hi! I'm Cherry and you've stumbled upon my channel, and today I'm going to be doing the Spring Has Sprung book tag. Upon further digging, which includes following link after link after link in various description boxes, I have discovered that this tag is also called the I Love Spring book tag. Anyway, I was tagged by a good friend here on BookTube, Kim from the Bookshelf Bunny. Kim is one of my all-time favorite people here. Her videos are just so calming, and I like how she talks so positively about the books she's read. Just her overall energy, I love it so much. I always anticipate her videos. Please do check out her tag video and honestly her entire channel, which I will be linking down below in the description box if you are interested. She is an absolute sweetheart and just such a ray of light in this community. Before we begin, let me just clear one thing up. I live in the Philippines, which is a tropical country, so we do not have spring here. We only have 2 seasons, wet and dry. Actually, I know that it's officially summer because this place honestly feels more like hell than usual. I told Kim that I thought this tag would be extra fun to do for that very reason, so here I am, late again to literally everything. Now, let us get on to the questions. Question number 1. What does spring look like where you are? Like I said, we don't have spring. I live in a tropical country, so the perfect time to go to the beach is any time within the year. The closest we get to spring weather is probably this weird transition period from the slightly cool December, January weather to summer in April, May, the in-between period between those months. That's the closest to spring that we can get. By the time it's spring in other countries, it's actually hurricane season here. So how fun is that? Honestly speaking, I wish I could experience spring at least once in my life, especially in Japan or South Korea. I feel like that will be the most accessible considering they're the closest countries. Question number 2. What is your most anticipated spring release? Spring is until June, right? Calendar-wise? In that case, I'll give a few books that should be released between May to June. The first one I'm really excited for, I think, has already been released considering a lot of people have received their copies from Book of the Month. It's Arsenic and Adobo by Pia M. Manansala. Adobo is one of my favorite Filipino dishes, by the way. This book is a cozy mystery thriller where the main character's ex-boyfriend, who is also a nasty food critic, is found dead after a visit to her aunt's failing restaurant. I am also really excited for The Final Girls Support Group by Grady Hendrix. I have not read a single Grady Hendrix book yet. This might be the first unless I can get my hands on a copy of Southern Guide to Vampires or something. But this might actually be the first Grady Hendrix book I will pick up because my favorite horror trope is the final girl trope. The Final Girl Support Group is about a group of 5 girls who survived the unthinkable, and one of them goes missing, and it's their worst fears realized all over again. Checking my list, I have so many anticipated releases coming out in June. There's Darling by Kay Ankrum, which is apparently a sapphic Peter Pan retelling, and The Chosen and Beautiful by Ni Po, which is a queer Asian The Great Gatsby reimagining. Ooh, okay, I almost forgot. I'm also anticipating The Maidens by Alex Michaelides. I loved The Silent Patient. I gave it 5 stars, and I think this next book is a dark academia inspired by Greek tragedies or something, and that is, yes, Greek tragedies is my thing. Or just tragedies in general. As a slow reader, this is my worst nightmare come to life. There are so many books I want to read, and I know I will die not being able to read them. Number 3. Show us a book cover that makes you think of spring. I imagine people would be showing book covers with like a lot of flowers on them. I have a book I still want to read but I don't have a copy of yet, but it's If I Disappear by Eliza Jane Brazier. It's about a woman obsessed with this true crime podcast. Relatable. While it's not a spring-like concept, just look at the cover. Isn't it absolutely stunning? But for a book I own and have not read, what else is new? The first one that comes to mind is Under Rose-Tainted Skies by Louise Gornal. This one is a young adult contemporary about a girl suffering from obsessive-compulsive disorder. It's Mental Health Awareness Month, by the way, so I thought I'd include this. I am really looking forward to reading this too. When I saw this book at a bookstore, I immediately grabbed it and bought it without even thinking twice. There is a bird over here flying out of the cage, and it looks very hopeful. So I think that's how people perceive spring, right? Question number 4. Where are you going to read this spring? Technically, whatever season it is, I would most likely be reading indoors.
I know of a place where you never get harmed.
Whether in my room or at a cafe, because if it's not super hot, it's raining really hard. But because, of course, there is a pandemic, I am stuck reading inside my house.
A magical place with magical charms.
While the weather is sunny and good enough for me to read at like the front of our house or something, it is super hot and super polluted and I have asthma. So yeah, I'm not going to stay out there inhaling smoke. So I will be hiding in my room pretending I don't exist.
Indoors, indoors, indoors.
Honestly speaking, I am so jealous of people who can read comfortably in their front porch or backyard. Number 5, find a cover with a sun on it. That actually sounds more like a summer question, doesn't it? For a physical book I own, I can say I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson. While it is not an actual sun, well, I mean, it kind of looks like a sun, right? It's like an embodiment of the sun because there are rays there, and also there is literally the word sun. So I'm pretty sure this counts, right? Number 6, what are your favorite spring reads? I honestly don't have a specific set of books or like genres I like to read early on in the year. During the summer, I'll read anything from like romance to horror. Like, it doesn't really matter to me. My reading mood changes a lot earlier in the year, so it could go from anything really. The only seasons I actually care about is spooky season and the holiday season. That's when I get my festive TBRs ready. And I know it's only May, but I am already excited for Halloween. Number 7, find a book with many different colors. For that, I have The Weight of Zero by Karen Fortunati. The edition I have has such pretty colors and I love it. I really do. The Weight of Zero is a YA contemporary about a girl suffering from bipolar disorder. And this cover actually represents it really well. Oh my god. I can't believe I'm just realizing this now. But look, the darkness represents the depressive episodes, and mania is all the colors at once. Wait, isn't that a quote from All the Bright Places? Suddenly, this is even a much better cover than I thought it initially was. Finally, number 8, tag You're It. For the first time ever, I tagged a few people, so check in the description box below. But honestly, if it's spring where you are or spring is closing in on you, consider yourself tagged too. And that's it for the Spring Has Sprung book tag, or the I Love Spring book tag. I tried looking the part today. I wanted to like convey a spring vibe, but I feel like it looks more like a summer vibe. But that has a lot to do with the fact that we do not have spring here, so all my clothes are either for like the cold season or like summer. Anyway, thank you so much again to Kim for tagging me. This was surprisingly fun. Everyone, please do check out Kim's channel, The Bookshelf Bunny. I have all her links down below in the description box. Please give her a sub because she is actually really one of my favorite people on here. But that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Goodbye! Oh my god, the lighting keeps changing. Is this how it's like to film early in the morning? It's like 9 a.m. Like the sun keeps changing. So like, if you notice like the light changing in the video over and over again, I have nothing to do with it. It's nature. It's nature's fault.